My name is George Prout, and I'm Chief Marketing Officer for Gems One. And today it's my pleasure to get to talk with Elva Valentine from Valentine's Jewelry in Dallas, Pennsylvania. Elva, how's your day going?
I'm having a great day, George. What about you?
Wonderful. Oh, just fantastic. And along with us also is Barry Ouellette. Barry actually is in upstate New York today on his way to see a customer, but we wanted to bring him in as well into the Zoom. Barry, I assume you're doing well, and hopefully the traffic's not, in fact, it looks like you're going pretty fast now, so that's a great thing.
Yes, it's all good.
Good stuff. So Elva, I first met you over 25 years ago. And I know that you attend the shows, you go to Luxury, you go to IJO, you go to New York. You're exposed to as many potential vendors as any jeweler I've ever met. What is it about Gems One that allows us to qualify for business with you?
I think there's an incredibly wide range of product. That's helpful. And I think that the marketing is really the bottom line when it comes to Gems One. The jewelry is nice. I think it's gotten nicer, over the years. For a while, we were having trouble with little things. And I think that people listen. So a lot of the bugs have been taken away. And the jewelry is really pretty nice. Prices are decent. And the customers respond. We always get traffic when we have a flyer. The online is good. And we use it consistently during the holidays, through Valentine's Day. We use it pretty much of the year.
One of the things that we do take pride in is the notion that we do a good job guessing what's going to be advertised in December by the majors. And so we try to work some of the merchandising in parallel with that. Can you comment on how we've done over the years? I mean, you and I started literally 14 years ago. This will be our 14th Christmas together. How have we done guessing what's going to sell?
I'd say you bat at least 85, 90%, which is really good. A few things that the majors promoted that didn't work out, obviously didn't work out as well for Gems One either. But if it works out for the majors, it works out for Gems One and it works out for us. I think that if it doesn't work out, there's, a route you can take so that you don't have to deal with it anymore. So I think that that's really important. We started with those awful tennis bracelets that were, that was, I think, the beginning. That was our first flyer, where the tennis bracelets, and now we've moved on to things like Love's Crossing. We have a variety of products. The mixables are incredible. They just sell all the time. And so I think you're right on target with stacks and things like that, which are great. We sell a lot of them. So I think the marketing, you do manage to find out what's going on.
Excellent. Hey, and also, since some of what you're selling is in the $199 and down range, you mentioned that in years ago, you had some issues with those pieces. But since the acquisition by Mahendra Brothers, since the merger of Gems One with the Dyaroff Group, I've shifted a lot of our production specifically to uni design. And can you just comment on what you've seen happen with the quality of the jewelry, particularly the low price points over the last 3 years?
It's better. Fewer broken chains. If a customer came in with a broken chain, we just replaced it without question. But we have many fewer repair problems, and I think across the board the quality's better.
That's
the
great.
Rings are a little brighter, they're a little heavier, things are just better all the way around. And the better they are, the better we do, and the less issues we have on the other end.
Sure, of course. And normally we time things so that your flyer is hitting around the 10th of December. Can you describe, so many jewelers are afraid that they're going to do a direct mail catalog and it's not going to work. When our flyer hits, what happens? Can you tell almost the day it goes out?
I can. It's expanded with the online component. So we start getting a little business before December 10th. But when the flyer hits, people walk in the door with the flyer. Or the telephone starts to ring and they say, do you have 4B? The most helpful thing you've done, I think, that will help us a lot at Christmas is actually having the style numbers. Because when you see 4B, You know, when you ask a salesperson, do you have 4B? They're like, what is this?
Yeah.
But I think that that's going to make a big difference because we'll be able to look at it and answer immediately, be able to order it and deal with availability and things. But we get definitely an increase in traffic.
Hey, and if I can ask, this last Christmas was Barry's first Christmas with Gems One. Barry, can you comment on what have your customers told you about what happens when those flyers go out? I mean, it's great to hear Elva say it, but you have a bunch of flyer customers. What happened last year?
Yeah, no, most all of my customers had just a fantastic year with it. There was a combination of like one customer, people didn't think they could shop in their store, okay, because they were too high end. Well, our flyer or our Christmas book took care of that. And it made everybody in her town understand she's not just, Rolex and everything else. And she can support all those people that are looking for the $199 piece or the $99 piece. So she said that's what it did.
And Elva, I think in your case, you have been a heavy promoter of Hearts on Fire over the years. And, you certainly positioned your store as selling a nicer grade of jewelry, a more expensive category of jewelry. Has the Gems One program helped also get in these pre-bridal millennials who maybe didn't have the big budget on the front end, but subsequently bought an engagement ring?
Yes. I think that one of the reasons I got into the catalog so long ago is to let people know that we weren't all about luxury products. And we have designers. We have Hearts on Fire. We have other designer lines. But the bottom line is we also have $99 products. And it does work. People will walk in and say, I didn't know that you had all of these inexpensive things or less expensive things or things that I could afford. So I think that, and it's obviously that was 15 years ago, and that effect is still happening today.
Well, that's wonderful. Anything else you'd like to add about us, just overall?
Yes. Yeah, actually, George, I would like to ask Elva one question. Hey, Elva, how many new clients did you bring on last Christmas?
Actually, I calculated it because you know me, I always know.
I know you did.
70. And that's actually
70?
really good because you realize we've been doing it for 15 years.
Sure.
So I know
Right.
in the beginning we were coming up with 125.
Mhm.
The numbers were higher, but now they're used to coming in for that. So they're not new, they're repeat, which is even more significant. And it's as significant in a lot of ways.
Oh, that's a wonderful
Excellent.
thing. That's a good question. Very well done. All right. Well, Elva, thank you very much for joining us today. And Barry, you can get on your way to driving up to Rochester. Be careful. And
I will.
have a great day. And again, thank you very much for spending time with us, Elva.